My dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Hope that you are all well at home. Today, I want to take a class on subject verb agreement. So this is English second paper and the topic is subject verb agreement. This topic is needed for almost all the classes, especially for the class of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 students. So my dear students, you follow the class. See, first I want to talk about subject and predicate. In a sentence, there are two parts in a sentence. This part it is subject and this part it is predicate. What is the sentence? COVID-19 has become pandemic. Here, subject is COVID-19 and has become pandemic. This is predicate. So see, predicate, it contains verb and the object or extension. So see, what is subject? Subject is the part of a sentence which names the person or thing we are speaking about. So here we are talking about COVID-19. So we are speaking about COVID-19 in this sentence. That's why COVID-19 is subject and it is a part of this sentence and it is a name, it is a noun. That's why it is told subject is the part of a sentence which names the person or thing. Subject is noun or pronoun and we are speaking about. Subject is in the sentence we are speaking about. Here in this sentence, COVID-19 has become pandemic. We are speaking about COVID-19. Now predicate. Predicate tells something about the subject. So see, has become pandemic. COVID-19 has become pandemic. So has become pandemic, it is the information about COVID-19 in this sentence. So this predicate part, it tells something about the subject part. That's why it is told predicate tells something about the subject. So this is the discussion about subject and predicate. I think you have understood. Let us go to the next slide. We will talk about verb also in this class. That's why I want to talk about verb. Verb is a word used to express an action or state. So in a sentence we get a verb and this verb is used to express an action or state. And the second sentence, the verb usually states what a subject is or does. So see, there are two sentences I have given as examples. Fever is a symptom of COVID-19 virus infection. So fever is a symptom. Fever is the subject here, you have understood from my previous discussion. Is the verb, because here the verb is usually states what a subject is. This word is we get here, fever is. So this verb is express what the subject is. That's why is verb here. And the second, see, does. Breathing difficulty causes serious problem in the advanced stage. Breathing difficulty causes. So breathing difficulty, this is the subject, and what the subject does, it causes. That's why this causes, here it is verb. So what is verb? The verb usually states what a subject is or does. Fever is and breathing difficulty causes. Fever is, this is subject is, and breathing difficulty causes, this is what the subject does. So breathing difficulty causes serious problem in the advanced stage. Here causes is verb and fever is a symptom of COVID-19 virus infection. Here is verb. So we get two basic types of verb. They are principal verbs or main verbs, and other is helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. Let us go to the next slide. It is better to see in the board. See, I have presented the auxiliary verbs here. I have made a chart here. First I have given the person. This is first person, second person and third person. We have three persons, first person, second person and third person. And see, individual, first person I and we, you know, second person you, and the third person I have divided two parts, that is singular and plural. For example, he, this is third person singular, she, this is third person singular, Korim, this is third person singular, they, this is third person plural, and Korim and Rohim, this is third person plural. I think all of you know what is person. Actually, all the nouns and pronouns we have, we mention them as person. So first person, they are I and we, second person only you, and the third person, this is all the nouns and pronouns except I, we and you will get in the third person. There are two parts, one is singular, another is plural. Now see, present tense, past tense and future tense. I, present tense, am, I am, I have. In the past tense, I was, I had. In the future tense, I shall. See, we are. In the present tense, we have. Excuse me. In the past tense, we were, we had. In the future tense, we shall. So see, second person you. In the present tense, you are, you have, you were. In the past tense, you had, and in the future tense, you will. Third person singular, for example, he is, he has, he, in the past tense, he was, he had, in the future tense, he will. Third person plural, for example, they are, they have, they, in the past tense, they were, they had, and they will. So my dear students, if you memorize this chart, so you will not make mistake to use any to be verb I think. Let us come here in the next slide. What we get, see, every sentence must have a subject and a verb. Usually all the sentences they have at least one subject and one verb. See, COVID-19 has spread almost in the whole world. Here it is COVID-19, it is subject, has spread, this is verb. So every sentence must have a subject and a verb. Next rule, singular verb for singular subject and plural verb for plural subject. So see, physical distancing is an effective way for remaining safe from COVID-19. Protein and vitamin are needed to increase immune system. So see, singular verb for singular subject. Physical distancing, this is singular subject. So the verb is, it is singular. And plural verb for plural subject. Protein and vitamin are. Protein and vitamin, this is plural. One, protein and vitamin, two things. That's why it is plural. And are, this is a plural verb. That's why it is told singular verb for singular subject and plural verb for plural subject. Physical distancing is an effective way for remaining safe from COVID-19. Protein and vitamin are needed to increase immune system. Singular verb, singular subject. Plural verb, singular subject, singular verb. Plural subject, plural verb. So I think it is clear. Let us go to the next rule. Uncountable nouns take singular form of verb. You know, there are two types of noun, countable noun and uncountable noun. Countable noun we can count, like pen, this is the plural form is pens. Uncountable noun, here we get water, it is uncountable because we cannot count it and it does not contain any plural form. And it takes always singular form of verb. Water also is essential for increasing immune system. So water, this is uncountable noun, and uncountable noun never contains any plural form, and that's why it is singular form of verb. Water also is essential for increasing immune system. So let us go to the next slide. Two or more subjects joined by and almost always take a plural verb. So if we get two or more subjects and they are joined by and, soap and hand sanitizer make our hand virus free. So see, soap, this is a subject, hand sanitizer, this is another subject, and they are joined by and, so it has become plural. And as the subject has become plural, so what will happen? The verb is make, it is not makes. So two or more subject joined by and almost always take a plural verb. So here make, it is a plural form of verb, because we know that if the subject is third person singular number, then it will be s or yes with the verb, but there is no s or yes, so it is not third person singular number, it is third person but plural in number, because by and two subjects are joined. Next, but there are some exceptions here. Slow and steady wins the race, you know. There are two subjects, it is joined by and, but it is wins. Here, this is the exception. It will be discussed in right form of verb. Let us see the next slide. We form negative of most verbs by adding don't or doesn't before the verbs. We don't go to any crowd to remain safe from COVID-19. So go is a verb, don't go, it is the negative of the verb go. We don't go to any crowd to remain safe from COVID-19. But where we get doesn't, see in the next slide, we use doesn't instead of don't only in the subject is third person and only if the subject is third person and singular number. So don't become doesn't if and only if the subject becomes third person and singular number. Let us see the example. A responsible citizen doesn't roam outside without emergency. A responsible citizen, this is the subject and it is third person and it is singular number. That's why instead of don't, in lieu of don't, we have used doesn't. So I think it is clear. Let us see the next slide. We form the negative of the verb to be by adding not. Am not, isn't, aren't, wasn't, weren't, shan't, won't. These are the negative of the form of the verb of to be verbs. Let us see the next slide. We form the negative of the verb to have by adding not. Have, haven't, has, hasn't, had, hadn't. See in the next slide, we form the negative of the verb to do by adding not. Do, don't, does, doesn't, did, didn't. We form the negative of the other auxiliary verbs by adding not. Can't, couldn't, may not, might not, shouldn't, etc. So see interrogative sentence. So here there are two types of sentences are explained, assertive sentence and interrogative sentence. Statements are sentences which give us information. So we know that assertive sentence, they are sentences, they are statements. What are the statements? They give us information. And interrogative sentence, they are questions. And these questions are sentences which ask the listener to give information. So these are the assertive sentence and these are the interrogative sentence. For example, we should not spit or cough on the road. It is an assertive sentence because it gives us information and it is a statement. So see the interrogative form of this sentence. Should we spit or cough on the road? This is the interrogative form of this assertive sentence. How we have made it? Just should, it was this verb, it was after the subject we, now it has become before the subject we. By this way we make the interrogative form of the statements. See the next slide. We form questions with the verb to be by placing the verb before the subject. See the same thing. Isolation is the most effective way to remain safe. This is a statement. It is subject, isolation, is the verb here. And verb is after the subject in the statement. But in question is, I mean verb, it has become before the subject isolation. So what the sentence has come? Is isolation the most effective way to remain safe? So see, there is no difference between these two sentences. Only one change, that the in the statement subject plus verb, but in the question verb plus subject. So go to the next slide. We form questions with the verb to do by placing before the subject. Same thing. Example, don't we help the poor around us in this pandemic situation? What was the statement of this sentence? We help the poor around us in this pandemic situation. There is no to be verb. That's why don't has imported to make it question. See the next sentence. Doesn't Allah give us the wealth to test us? What is the assertive form of this sentence? Allah gives us the wealth to test us. There is no to be verb. That's why doesn't has imported to make it question. And go to the next sentence. Didn't our great Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam advise us to help the destitute? So see, what is the assertive form of this sentence? Our great Prophet advised us to help the destitute. So there is no to be verb here. That's why didn't is imported and it is past form helped. Our great Prophet advised us. Advised. That's why it is past form. That's why it is didn't. Here it is doesn't because Allah, this is third person singular number. Here it is don't because it is we and it is first person. It is not third person singular number. I have explained earlier that only in the case of third person singular number, if the subject is third person singular number, then instead of don't we use doesn't. So we get the examples of don't, uses of don't, doesn't and didn't. See, don't we help the poor around us in this pandemic situation? Doesn't Allah give us the wealth to test us? Didn't our great Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam advise us to help the destitute? I think it is clear. Go to the next slide. So see, it was the last slide. So my dear students, thank you very much. Ramadan Mubarak. Hope that you are all well at home. Study at least 2-3 hours per day. Thank you very much.